Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm back with another Modern League, and I'm going to be playing It's a Trap again. This is a Modern Brew that I've been working on a little bit. I've played one league with the deck on my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. Go to my channel, check it out, subscribe to my channel. It's really the best way to support me. Thank you so much for that. I'm recording live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/snapboltgames, so come hang out live. You can follow me there too. Now let's get into this deck tech and then let's get into a league. So this is actually, it's based on Summoning Trap. This deck is actually like a lot different than the first iteration of the deck we played. Let me just start from the beginning. Originally, I had played some Summoning Trap decks for fun a long time ago when I was playing a lot of in-person Modern. So this is loosely based on that. The original build was based also around Overgrown Battlements and Wall of Roots, but I was also playing white for Wall of Omens at the time. I don't think Wall of Blossoms was legal in Modern at that time, but now it is. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that that was the case. But now we're just mono green Eldrazi, playing Thought-Knot Seer and Reality Smasher to go along with Eldrazi Temple. We have this Defender package. Then we have Summoning Trap in order to hit any of our big Eldrazi's or Primeval Titan. And then just rounding out the deck, 3 Chalice of the Void. Maybe should be 4 Chalice of the Void. I'm not sure. We could cut one of our Eldrazi's. We could cut one Reality Smasher. We could cut all these Reality Smashers if they don't end up being good. But again, this brew is still pretty new. You can go check out the original build on the channel. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, Noble Hierarch. I was trying to play turn 2 Thought-Knot Seers more consistently in that version, but I think it's too susceptible. And I think these walls are actually like they provide a lot of value. One, they block Ragavan, which is huge. Wall of Blossom is just a pretty good card. Wall of Roots was a card I wasn't really expecting, but I was really impressed with in the original build because turn 3 going like Wall of Roots into another wall can be pretty solid, I suppose. Um, but let's go. We made some changes to the mana base as well. One thing I'm trying is I'm playing the full 4 Glimmer Post. Now this does make your mana pretty bad, but I think it's going to be good. And compared to Radiant Fountain, Glimmer Post just can gain so much more life. So if you have 2 Glimmer Posts out and then you play a Primeval Titan, you get the next 2 Glimmer Posts. You actually get to gain 8 life because they each see that there's 4 locusts on the battlefield, and then you gain 4 for each one. Now there's another combo, Vesuva as well. Wait, did I just did I just cut some cards? What did I just cut? I'm not even sure. It wasn't Beseju. I'll look back at a second. Oh, it was the Vesuva and then one other card as well. Again, this deck is brand new. Is it Vesuva? Yeah. So Vesuva can also copy Glimmer Post. So if you have 3 Glimmer Posts out and then you get Glimmer Post plus Vesuva, you should be able to gain 10. So that's kind of the plan with Primeval Titan there. Um, let's see. I'm playing this weird split of Eldrazi's. I'm actually trying one Ulamog the Infinite Gyre, is it? Gyre? Um, because of Annihilator and Summoning Trap seems pretty solid. And then 2 Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, just because it's the best thing to cast, and we can actually cast it between Overgrown Battlement and Eldrazi Temple. So that's basically the deck. We're just a green Primeval Titan kind of Eldrazi deck with Summoning Trap and all these defenders. So pretty weird deck, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see if we can trap some people here. In the sideboard, just have all green cards now because we're not splashing white. Added a couple Veil of Summers, 3 Weather the Storms. I still have the full 4 Force of Vigor and 4 Endurance. I probably should have an extra Boseiju or 2 in the sideboard. I'm not sure yet. Maybe cut a Force of Vigor and another card, play some Boseijus would be better. But we're just going to try it like this as is. I'm also trying 2 Champion of Ronas, 4 mana 3/3, and then you can exert it when it attacks. When you do, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. So against decks that don't have removal, we can just side this in, or that we think can't really kill this consistently. Then you just pay 4 for your Hill Giant, and then if you untap with it, you get to just try to put an Eldrazi into play or a Primeval Titan. So that's the idea there. And without further ado, let me find what land I cut, and then we'll see everybody in round 1. All right, welcome to round one against Captain McSwag. I wanted to take a second. I don't do it enough. They don't tell me to at all, but shout out to Card Hoarder. They do sponsor me with a pretty decent loan account. So thank you so much to them. I would recommend checking out their services. Again, they don't tell me to shill for them, but I think rental programs are really good. So I would recommend checking them out. They allow me to brew, and I'm going to start playing some more modern and pioneer, so having the rental account from them is huge, so go check them out. This hand's not that good, but I think I should keep. I have Overgrown Battlement, Wall of Blossoms, 2 lands, and double Summoning Trap if we are playing against a counterspell deck. So I'm just going to lead Yapamaya. Turn 2 I'll play Battlement, turn 3 I'll play Wall of Blossoms. That's the plan. We'll see what we're up against. Opponent likely thinks we're probably Tron, but now they won't, obviously, when I play Overgrown Battlement. Land is actually not bad. We're actually going to be able to make a lot of mana here if they can't kill Battlement, and I like seeing Steam Vents because that means they may have counter spells in their deck. If they counter this, it's going to be so sick. Oh, another Overgrown Battlement. I think I want to play second Overgrown Battlement. Please counter it. Oh, so close. All right, now I'm going to play Wall of Blossoms before I play Boseiju, I think. We're just going to have so much mana here. Glimmer Post, let's play that. Of course, deck is just going off here in game one of the league. Nice. This is my first game with this build of the deck. I have, again, played other Overgrown Battlement versions. Okay, it looks like it's Living End, so if they just Living End next turn, we're just, like, screwed. We have to hope they don't have it here, but, I mean, they just have to cast Shardless Agent. So, Grief Us. This is even worse if they also have Shardless Agent. Then they can just like take Summoning Trap, take Reality Smasher, we're left with nothing. We do have good sideboard for this matchup though, because we have 4 copies of Endurance. Do we side in anything else other than Endurance? Maybe Veil, maybe Champion. They do have Violent Outburst. Okay. I'll try to keep playing, but they get 2 good things here and take a Reality Smasher or another trap. They have a 7/7. Pretty brutal here. We were so close. Just that was a pretty decent draw from Living End. Oh, why? Why? They had, man, we could have chaliced on 0. I think I want to just concede here. They have 13 power. Let's just go to the next one. We also have Chalice. I was going to have the 4th Chalice in the sideboard as well, but decided against it. All right, so all the Endurance come in. I don't think they're really going to be countering our stuff. I could side in Champion and side out some Summoning Traps. Veil really is only good against Grief. But it is pretty decent against Grief. Do I need it? I don't know if I need it. That's really all they have. Champion is pretty slow too, but it does allow me to just play Champion, and then if they don't Living End, I just get to attack and put in like an Emrakul. Let's see. Again, Summoning Trap's a little bit slow, but putting in an Emrakul is pretty good. Maybe Reality Smasher is just bad. I could do something like this. The gain lifelines are pretty bad. I think keeping in all the Eldrazi's and the like 2 trap, 2 Rona seems fine. Yeah, I guess Veil does stop Force of Negation as well, which they could still have. Because I can Chalice on 0 with Veil up. That is a pretty enticing play. I mean, casting Summoning Trap for 6 is obviously not really where we want to be. What about doing like something weird like this? Because I can just cast my Ulamogs or put them in with a champion. Seems fine to me. Obviously, Chalice of the Void on 0 is massive in this matchup. Probably do want Veil. Yeah, and Force of Negation, that's a good point. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this. I have no Endurance and I have no Chalice. I think I'm just supposed to mulligan. My hand's not bad. I get to draw a card. Maybe I just keep because I have like a functional hand, but if they just living end, I'm going to be in trouble. I have 4 Endurance, 3 Chalice to draw into as well. I don't have any Eldrazi Temples. I'm just going to mulligan. All right. Well, this hand's just better. So let's keep. I think I just put back Primeval Titan here. Just a little far away from casting that. Okay. They mulligan to 6 as well. So we don't get to draw extra cards. We don't have a Wall of Blossom here, but this hand's obviously better. Yeah, I think I'm happy that I mulligan that first hand, just giving us a chance to draw Chalice also. Primeval Titan, of course. I'm pretty safe to just cast Wall of Roots here, I think. I guess I can get griefed, but then I can still Veil, so. Because Wall of Roots can add mana on their turn too. This card is just pretty nice, honestly. Next turn we just thought not, probably do not use a counter on Wall of Roots. Again, they can't actually combo this turn. They can only combo on turn 3. Cycle Waker right now. Sure. So if they have 2 cyclers, I get kind of wrecked, but if they have 1, I can take it, buy more time. Another Eldrazi Temple. Suppose I just play it. We're still 2 turns away from Titan. Leyline of Sanctity, Grief, Colossal Sky Turtle. Okay, so I just think I take the Cascade card here. Because if they draw a black card for Grief, I can Veil that. If they try to bounce with Turtle, I can Veil that as well. Oh no, but then I don't draw. I obviously just take this and don't let them Cascade. Make them draw into another one. Grief. Pitching. Wait. Oh no. I was like, they can't pitch Violent Outburst. Okay, so now I can just Veil right now because they've cast a black spell. So we knew they just drew Architects. So we know that this is their 4 cards in hand. And we have Hexproof. We drew a Yavimaya. It's fine. Nothing crazy. Steam Vents tapped, and they have an Otawara, a Leyline, and a Turtle. Wall of Roots. All right, let's start by attacking. See if they want to bounce Thought Knot. Maybe end of turn they do. They don't usually play Mountain, right? Let me see if I can look up a list real quick. I'm pretty sure they don't. There's no way. I guess there is a way they play Mountain, but I don't think they do. Let me just look up a recent list. All right. So 2 forests, 2 islands, but no mountain. So I can lock them out of red mana with Boseiju. And then that means if they draw exactly second copy of Violent Outburst, that we're safe against that. So I think that's the line. I guess I just do it right now. I think that's fine. Wait. Yeah, I just want to stop them from living ending here. Because I can still cast Titan next turn if they don't kill my walls. So we'll just try to take them off red. They can get forest or island here. Oh, I forgot they can get dual. That's my inexperience in Modern right now. And oh, they're just turtling. That was just a mistake. I shouldn't have done that, obviously. They turtle, get back Waker of Waves. Just because they want a Waker to find more cards. Oh, it's a pretty bad play by me. Okay. Now we'll attack and then Primeval Titan. They played Otawara as well. I think I should play Primeval Titan to represent lethal next turn, plus I just get lands. But that was a mistake showing my inexperience. I need to get back into playing some more Modern. Good to learn. Let's go Prime Time. Now what do I get? I think I get, in this situation, Eldrazi Temple plus a Layer of the Hydra. I don't think I need Cavern of Souls. And then pass. Because now if they bounce like one creature, I still get to attack with Layer. If they living end here, we're still in trouble. And they get to see a lot of cards. They just need any Cascader. Looks like they had it. All right, I think we're going down. No endurance. We have no cards in hand now. We probably don't have any outs at this point. I mean, I mulliganed to try to find endurance and Chalice, and then we just didn't get there. Drew Chalice just a turn too late in game one. GG's. It's 10 lethal. All right. They got us. That was rough. I don't know if that matchup's actually that bad, considering Chalice and endurance, but that really made me want to have fourth Chalice because we don't really interact that much otherwise. So actually having Chalice for those type of matchups, or for rhinos, or even just against like decks like Murktide, just to be able to play Chalice on one is a pretty huge threat. So I don't know. We'll try to get there in round 2. Let's go. All right. Got destroyed by Living End. Would you like to play first? Yes. We'll keep this for sure. Got a nice assortment of walls here. Guess I'll just lead Vista, pass. And then I'll probably just have to play Boseiju on 2 because this enters tapped. Steam Vents untapped. Ragavan. Okay, well, we can block that. Bobble. Looks like it's probably Murktide. I could play Wall of Blossoms first because I could have gotten Waste there. I probably should have. Because I want to block next turn, and if I block with Battlement, Unholy Heat or Bolt kills it anyway. So I think I just play Wall of Blossoms next turn. They bobbled, targeted me. We don't really need the mana quite yet necessarily anyway. So we'll try to play Battlement next turn. But this is an opponent who has Counterspell and likely Archmage's Charm in their deck. So that turns on our traps. Bolt. Okay. First bolt down. Another Wall of Roots. Now I should play Wall of Roots into Overgrown Battlement, playing the Boseiju. Let's play Wall of Roots, and then play Overgrown Battlement, and then we'll block the Ragavan with the Wall of Roots. So our wall plan working out against Ragavan here. That's what I said. I was like, our wall plan's working out. Opponent was like, living end. No summoning traps yet. We can cast Primeval Titan right now. So I can play Wall of Roots into Prime Time. I feel like they're going to have a counter right now. I feel like I should just try to play Wall of Roots, Vista pass, and not play Primeval Titan. They let that resolve. I can play Primetime here. Let's go to main 2. I don't think they're F6'd. They have counter for sure. Let's just pass. Yeah, and our opponent somehow snuck a Ragavan in as well. I think I should then just get wastes. Overgrown Battlement. Okay, so I have 8, 9, 10. So I should play this. I can actually cast Emrakul next turn if they don't do anything. Guess I'll just copy a Wastes. Could copy Forest. Copy Waste. Just gonna act like nothing's going on. I'm not gonna cast Primeval Titan, I don't think. It's just gonna get countered. I just 100% is gonna get counterspelled. So 8, 9, 10, 15 mana. Yeah, I can cast Emrakul next turn. This is why Overgrown Battlement is sweet. Because it can actually just cast Olamog and Emrakul pretty easily. Like, they actually don't have Delirium yet, so they can't even Unholy Heat a Battlement. They have instant land artifact. That's it. They're playing the Murktide. I think we're gonna win this game. Wow, let's do it. Your boy. This is like, yeah, this is like a 2011 standard. Exactly. This is what the deck's based off. So I can actually cast Wall of Blossoms too, because it's free. Then I go 10, 15 mana, cast. Go to my next turn. Let's go. All right. It's possible we want Veil and or Endurance. We can keep them off. We can try to keep them off of Murktide by Endurancing. Plus, we can just block Ragavan and Dragon Rage channel with it. It's got to be good, right? I feel like Veil of Summer has to be good too. Like, don't they still have to have Counterspell and Archmage's Charm in their deck? I don't know what to side out though. I feel like everything is good. Our walls are actually pretty good against Ragavan too, but they might side out Ragavan. I don't really want to side out like the Eldrazi's because I want to be on the Summoning Trap plan. I could just side out Reality Smasher because I'm kind of more on like the Summoning Trap plan in this matchup. I could side out some number of walls just because they're not that good. I could do like something like this. I don't know. This seems pretty reasonable to me. Because Smasher is expensive. It doesn't really block their flyers. Where Endurance blocks Ragavan and DRC. Champion of Rona seems terrible. They could have Blood Moon, but I can just try to get double forest too. Plus, Chalice on one is really solid in this matchup. Hardcast Emrakul achieved, but Summoning Trap for 0 mana not achieved yet. We just need to draw it. We just need to draw it. All right, I'm keeping this. Just need to draw an Eldrazi Temple with this hand. Oh god. All right, that's gonna hit us at least once. Okay, there's an Endurance. Not bad. I guess I want to draw lands. I don't necessarily want to fetch. So I'll just go... Oh no, because they could Blood Moon next turn. So I'll just pass. Also, we play Vista in this deck so you can get wastes. It looks like we're a mono green deck, but we're actually like a 2-color deck, green and colorless. So our mana is actually pretty bad. If they fetch, get Blood Moon, I can choose to get wastes or second forest. I don't know what I get, honestly. A Wall of Roots. That doesn't really do anything for them. I mean, I guess that just adds mana. We could play some gut shots, yeah. I mean, we have 12 walls. They're casting Wall of Roots. Resolves. So I guess I just don't fetch, see what I draw. Yavamaya. Now I guess I just get wastes. If they Blood Moon next turn, it's kind of annoying, but I feel like they would have Blood Moon that turn. I think I'd rather have second forest so I can eventually cast Prime Time. I guess I can also play Glimmer Post. Gain 1, play Wall of Blossoms. Okay. Next turn we can Endurance. Turn after that we can Thought Knot. Looking good. Again, against other fair decks, I think we're reasonably positioned. As much as this deck can be. Alright, well, if they want to bolt Wall of Blossoms, that's fine. Oh, I think there's a... Is there an old border Wall of Blossoms? Did I just make a mistake? There is. Oh no. I would love this downshift to common, by the way. I'll get the old border for next time. All right, so let's play Forest, pass the turn, or I can just play Endurance right now to play around a counterspell, but I can Endurance like if they attack and try to eat it, and then if they counter this, I can just untap and Thought Knot. So I think I just tried to eat Ragavan if they attack with it. Again, if they Blood Moon here, I will not be able to cast these Thought Knots. Which is why I was thinking about getting Waste, but having Double Forest is pretty important as well. All right. Looks like they played around it, but I'm still going to cast because, again, if they counter now, I get to untap and resolve Thought Knots here. No Summoning Traps, huh? I just one time want to do it. Right, there's another Endurance that I can resolve, but 1, 2, 3. They still only have 6 mana, and if they have a Murktide, I can just take that potentially. Thought Knot. Murktide, Spell Pierce. I mean, I'm just taking Murktide, right? Nothing else is that good. Murktide can just kill us pretty fast, though. Sure, we have Endurance to potentially play around it, but it won't be that hard for them to cast it. They're pretty close already. If they just draw like a land, they can cast it. DRC. Bobble. This actually turns on DRC, so they're going to have to attack into Endurance. I guess they can Unholy Heat the Endurance with the trigger on the stack. Oh, they're Unholy Heating the TKS right now. Okay, that's fine. And they have a land for Spell Pierce. Gotta keep Spell Pierce in mind as well. Oh, they're gonna bolt the Wall of Blossoms? Let's see. They might. They might not. Looks like they choose to not. So we know they have these 3 cards plus an unknown card, and there is the Summoning Trap. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if I just pass, they're probably gonna Archmage Charm counter the Endurance to save their DRC. Then I get to Summoning Trap. And then I still get to untap and TKS. Seems great. If they draw a land and play it first, then they can Spell Pierce my Summoning Trap. But at that point, I just don't have to cast it. They're fetching main phase, get Steam Vents, they're at 10. I suppose they could have cast Murktide right now. Okay. So now I can just Endurance. And then I save my Wall of Blossoms. But then I don't eat their DRC. I guess I can also just eat their Ragavan. All right, let's just let this resolve. So I Endurance them. Shuffle their graveyard. I'm going to eat Ragavan first, actually. And then they can bolt the Endurance. Yep. All right, it's fine. They do have Spell Pierce up. But I'll be able to just TKS. I can just take Spell Pierce, I guess. Okay, now I can get Wastes as well. Guess I don't need to quite yet. No rush. TKS. I think I'm taking Spell Pierce. Oh, now I just take Murktide again. Because if I draw a land, I can just Prime Time. If they Archmage Charm counter, then I get to Summoning Trap. Nice. They have instant land creature in the graveyard. Looking good, looking good. Consider. Okay, so they're probably turning this on. Their 05 is actually pretty good against our 4/4. They bin a land. Still 3 card types. Expressive iteration. That turns it on. Okay. Land, please. Primeval Titan's also just going to be insane if I can resolve it. They still have Spell Pierce, which is kind of annoying. Chalice. All right, well, we just Chalice on one. Most of their deck is 1-drops. Spell Pierce. Just because they might as well. Yes. Okay. They've been to Spirebluff Canal there. And if we ever draw a land, we can also Primeval Titan, get like 1 or 2 Glimmer Posts as well, if our life total is a little bit in jeopardy here. Nice. And we got Glimmer Post, we hit Glimmer Post anyway. So they're gonna counter Titan and then I trap. And I think I'm getting wastes to play around Blood Moon. I gain 2. I was playing with Steam Core weird, but not Cloud Post. I didn't really play Steam Core weird, I don't think. Let's go wastes, prime time, they Archmage Charm. Then we trap, hope to hit something. There's no way they let this resolve. Yeah. Okay, they surveil, they counter, and then we get to do it. We get to do the thing.
It's a trap!
I can get Primeval Titan, but I think Ulamog's just got to be better, right? There's no outs to that really for them. Sweet. I don't think. I guess they have they could have Odawara. So maybe getting Primeval Titan was safer, but I think this just. I mean, 2 attacks, they're dead. Okay. So the EE are Chalice. Wait, how did this not get countered? By Chalice. Am I missing something? Chalice the Void. Oh, X was 1. X wasn't 0. Duh. Oh my god. I was, for some reason, thinking it was on 0 from Living End or something. Opponent said hi in GL. Chalice was on 1. Duh. Let's attack. Kind of look like an asshole now saying it now with my Ulamog attacking, but they could have another counter for this and then somehow kill us, but they need like would have to have bolt in hand and another bolt. They can't have bolt and counter actually, so I don't actually think they have outs. I'm just going to primetime double Glimmer Post here. Just got to get back on my modern game. They just draw. Looking good here. Definitely going to play some Pioneer as well, yeah. Absolutely. And some more Popper too. I have some brews in mind kind of already set up for the new set. They're still fighting? Even in Odawara right now, it's probably not going to do it. Yeah, now they can't Odawara. I guess they can Brazen Borrower the Ulamog. Odawara is gone. They probably don't have more than one. Eldrazi Temple? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll just attack first. Unholy Heat the Titan. Sure. Do they have an out to this Ulamog? I could just get to recast it. They do have the Petty Theft. I think they're just conceding here. I'm not sure. Yeah. They fought hard there, but the trap was too much. We got the trap for 0, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. And beating Murktide's pretty cool, honestly. Let's go round 3. All right, defeated Murktide in round 2. We're 1-1. Let's be on the play here against PBA. Snap keep this hand. This hand looks great. This is exactly what we're trying to do. So far, I just like the feel of these walls much better than like the Arbor Elf Utopia package. That just doesn't build up to enough mana, and it's just so susceptible to any interaction like Ren and 6, Gut Shot, all the removal spells, Bolt, everything kills it. All right, Valakut. So it's going to be somewhat of like a race here. We don't really take damage from our lands, which is good. And again, they can't just like Lightning Bolt this. So we're looking to be in a pretty solid spot here. I can go Wall of Roots into Thought-Knot Seer on turn 3. This card's just like, again, it just continues to perform. All right, no Summoning Trap. It could be like the blue version, but I'm going to go for everything, obviously, here. Play Glimmer Post, play Wall of Roots, play Thought-Knot Seer. I guess this could get remanded, but it does not. TKS. Awesome. And then next turn we get to Reality Smash. Double Bring to Light all lands? That's a hand to keep. Wow. Okay, I'll take a Bring to Light. They're probably Bring to Light Valky as well. I've seen this list recently. But then we just get to go turn 4 Reality Smasher, turn 5 Reality Smasher. They kept a weird hand. There's Triumph. There's Chalice as well. So I mean, I guess I just play Reality Smasher, and I don't think I Chalice on 0. Because this way I just kill next turn. We just go for the Eldrazi aggro play this round. Again, these mid-range matchups, I know this deck kind of goes over the top as well, but this is kind of where we want to be. Cycle Triome main phase. They can't even take one, so they can't play Misty or Steam Vents untapped. Steam Vents tapped. Okay, so we just kill. Nice. Also didn't want to show them Chalice. Nice. This also makes them think that we're just Eldrazi aggro. They don't know about this. Okay, I need to look up a list here as well. Again, my modern's a little bit rusty, so let's go bring to light. So this is the list that I saw that I think that they're on. They have Chalice. Interesting. They have Ending as their removal spell. They have one Verdict, one Scapeshift, one Valky, only 3 Omnath, 61 cards. I mean, they could be a similar deck. I don't know why it wouldn't be 4 Omnath, 4 Dryad, 29 lands, Teferi, and Renin 6. So they don't really have any counter spells. They also don't have that much removal in their deck, like, at all. They have Teferi and Ending. Okay. So, sideboarding. I think Chalice is just not good. I mean, they have multiple Chalices in their deck. I think Champion is good. I think I want to just leave in all the summoning traps because even if they aren't playing counter spells, I can just cast them. On like the same note, Veil of Summer doesn't do anything. They're more of just like a tap out control deck. I can just play an Endurance because I don't have anything else, and I don't think I want Chalice. I just want to play my defenders, play my Eldrazi's, and try to play my big stuff. Do I want like one Force of Vigor or something? For like, I guess they can play a Chalice on 2, but am I really like playing around a Chalice on 2? Like by that time, it shouldn't matter. I don't think I want to even have a Force of Vigor for that. Let's just stick to our own plan here and just try to execute. Even if we hard cast Summoning Trap, I can still play that it's a trap. I think this is actually a mulligan. No Eldrazi Temple, double Emrakul is like almost a 5-card hand already. Mulligan. All right, this is much, much better. Keep. Man, I don't actually want to put back Reality Smasher. I guess I can put back one of the TKS's and then go turn 2 Battlement, turn 3 TKS, turn 4 Reality Smasher. Because I kind of want all the lands too. TKS is good in this matchup though. Trap. It's actually not a bad draw. We can hardcast that relatively easily with this hand. So I'm going to get Forest here. Their deck's also just, again, not that fast, which is good for us. I could have led Eldrazi Temple, because then if I drew a second one, I could have just cast TKS this turn. Wanted to play the Vista, but I think that was actually wrong. So good, just good to think about there. Teferi, bounce Battlement, probably. It's fine if they do that, then we just get to TKS them. Ooh, another battlement. That is tempting, but I still get to go play these two cards here in the next 2 turns. Oops. Ending, bring to light. So they can go like blue, white, green, red, ending my Thought-Knots here, but I don't want them to just like get a Valky here, I don't think. So let's just take bring to light. Turn. I will cast Reality Smasher, try to kill this Teferi next turn. Yeah, this matchup should be reasonable. All right, so now, oh, they want to instant speed this, I guess, to see if I attack TKS at Teferi. Just go land, Smasher, and then attack Smasher at Teferi, Thought-Knot at them, because I don't think they can kill this Smasher. I think it's worth it to hit for 4. And I do want to just get the Teferi off the table. It's just kind of annoying. They're going to ending the Thought-Knot, like guaranteed. And I just do not like these lands. Yeah, so they ending Thought-Knot. Did they play a Windswept Heath that we didn't know about? So we know all 4 cards in their hand? Yeah, they played a land that they drew. Okay. Catfish, what's up? All right, kill Teferi. And then if we draw a green source, we can double battlement. If not, we just play 1 battlement. I don't think they have. Oh, I guess they do have. They must have some sources of black. So they can ending a Reality Smasher, but they'd have to discard another card. But that's not that bad for them. Because they have Bring to Light. Dryad, sure. Ooh. Lands you control are every basic land type. Okay, so they get to double Valakut, my Smasher. It's pretty good. Really want to draw a green source here. So they have, this is their hand, which is definitely beatable. Green source. So if I just battlement, they just kill it. I think I just Wall of Blossoms because then I could just draw a land. I could just draw land. I could also draw a green source and cast this. I think this is better. Okay, that's actually a fine draw for not being a land. Yeah, so now they just kill Wall of Blossoms, or they're just bolting me for 6. Okay, it's fine. Or just for 3. Did they draw Bring to Light? Bolt. Looks like they did. Wow. And they have 7 lands. Yeah, this is definitely Bring to Light. And then they just get Scape Shift. We'll just let them do it for a second. Let them put the triggers on the stack. Unfortunate. They just get any lands they want now. I'm playing a lot of lands in this deck too, so this type of thing doesn't happen to us. But it still can, obviously. Okay, let's just concede. That's lethal. I don't think there's anything else we want to change. I don't think anything else really does anything. I guess Force of Vigor also does kill their Dryad. That's all it kills though. That's a pretty important one to kill. Endurance doesn't really do anything. All right, let's try just 2 forces. We got this. Snap keep this. I don't know if I should lead forest or not. I think it's fine to just lead forest here. We don't want them to have ending for this. But obviously they play 4 ending in their deck. What is this? Just getting a tap land F6. Arboreal Grazer. Wow, I was not expecting that. It's actually pretty bad for us here because now they can get like Teferi or something. I'm still gonna play Battleman, I think. Just hope they don't have Teferi, or if they do have it, I just recast over going Battlement. But I don't think playing Wall of Blossoms first there makes any sense. Also, they cannot kill us. Ooh, that was a great draw. They can't kill us with 7 lands if we aren't at 18. So I guess I'm just casting Thought-Knot Seer here. There's no reason to play Wall of Blossoms this turn, I don't think. The only reason is then I have 6 mana next turn if they don't do anything. But I feel like getting TKS down is too important. I can nab like an Omnath or something. Yeah, I just have to play TKS. If this was Wall of Roots, I could play both. But it is not. So TKS. There's Omnath. They also have Bring to Light, but they don't have any lands. Wow. They sided in Sunset Revelry? Wow. I mean, Bring to Light's really good, but they're on 3 mana. I take Iteration, but then if they just hit land, play Omnath, then they need another land, actually. If I take Iteration, they have 4 cards, they draw up to 5. I mean, their deck is mostly lands. It's definitely between Omnath and Iteration here. They probably have like, you know, anywhere from 28 to 30 lands in their deck, maybe more. The thing is, if I don't take Iteration, they're going to hit like their next multiple land drops. But I'm just worried about Omnath anyway. I think taking Iteration's the play. Because again, if they top deck land immediately, which they're relatively likely to do, they probably have over a 50% chance to draw land. But if they do, they just play Omnath, draw 1 card. They have 4 lands in play. It's not that crazy. I think I just take Iteration, hope they miss 1 land. Then it leaves me in such a better position. They go fetch tap land here. So we really just want them to draw any spell here. I guess Wrenn and 6 is not a good spell for them to draw, but Dryad, even Prismatic Ending's not that bad for us. Another Omnath, another Bring to Light, Valky, all these things are not that bad. Revelry, they just make 2 1/1s and gain 4. Sure. They don't draw a card though. Wait. Yeah, they didn't draw a card. They did draw land. They chose to not play Omnath. Wait. They just played Revelry, but they could have played land and then played this. Okay. All right. Well, we just play Battlement plus Wall of Blossoms. Okay, we get to play a lot of stuff here. Blossoms. And a Simic Growth Chamber. I actually cannot play that this turn because I need to play Battlement. Okay. So next turn we have 8/12 mana. So I can cast both my 6-drops next turn. Nice. Omnath. Omnath draw. Sure. Yo, Dadbod plays COD. What's up? Thanks for the raid. We're just trapping right here. And we're literally about to trap. I don't know if that's a Call of Duty channel or a Magic channel, but I am stoked to cast this next turn. These cards have been nice. But they went Omnath into Fetch into Bring to Light. So they Bring to Light Valky. Damn, they're doing it. I didn't realize they'd hit Fetch. Oh, you play both? Nice. Oh, is PBA a streamer as well? All right, they minus on that one, but that's actually, I'm fine with them minusing on that one actually because now I get to still cast both of these. So I can cast Summoning Trap on their turn. So I think I just Primeval Titan, gain as much life as I can. I can also cast an Overgrown Battlement for free, I think. So I just go Battlement and then 5 mana, 6 mana, cast Primeval Titan, get 2 Glimmer Posts, and then Simic Growth Chamber back as a Glimmer Post. So I go Battlement, 5, 6 mana, Primeval Titan. Yes, I want to use the ability. I can also get both Seiju plus Glimmer Post, and then I can play Simic Growth Chamber, bouncing the Boseiju back to my hand, which is another reason why I have the bounce land in order to do that in certain situations. But if I just gain 8 here, I go to 29. I don't know if there's that much they can do. You have to spend mana to cast the spell, though. So if they hit like an Eldrazi, they can't actually cast it. This is close. I don't think I need the Boseiju. I'm just gonna go for the lifeline. I don't think I need Layer of the Hydra either. Let's yield to that, gain 8. Did I miscalculate? Don't I have 4 Locusts on the battlefield? Not sure. Okay, then we Growth Chamber back a Glimmer Post. Then we pass the turn. I don't think there's any reason to trap right now because then I can just get Teferi, bounce my thing. But if they play Teferi, I'm going to have to trap anyway. But they plus Renin 6 and Prismatic Vista. That is fine. They get a lot of mana with this Omnath, but I guess what are they gonna do? They're going to. They can't bring to like Scapeship right now. They don't have enough lands. And they can't bring to like Valky because they already have their Valky. Okay, they put Valakut into play. Sure. They gain 4 life. Oh, this can wrath my board, right? Oh, each opponent and planeswalker, yeah. Not creature. Ren in 6 plus. I think they're just trying to do something next turn. Revelry. So I think I do want to cast Summoning Trap right now so they don't draw a card. Because they've also used most of their mana already anyway.
It's a trap!
We didn't get to cast it for 0 this time, but I think it's still a trap. It's just too fun not to press the button. Opponent is like in stunned disbelief right now, I think. Now we just need to hit Emrakul here. 2 Emrakul in the deck. All of our Eldrazi's are in the deck too. Nice, let's go. Sweet. That's pretty funny. Got there. Now I just attack the Valky with the Emrakul. Opponent's laughing. I'll give him a smiley face. They said, I like your deck. Thanks a lot. They said, really fantastic. GG's. GG's. 2-1. This version of the deck's unstoppable. Let's go. Let's go. That was fun. All right, 2-1. Let's see if we can keep winning here. We'll see everybody in round 4. All right, 2-1. That was a sweet last match. We successfully trapped. I'm happy. I'm gonna keep this. We need to draw lands, but I have 24 lands in the deck for a reason. It's to try to, you know, draw lands with these type of hands. We really want to hit all of our land drops with this deck and just like make them deal with our stuff as we slowly keep ramping. This deck is slow and clunky, but that's kind of the idea. I've really liked also the Glimmer Posts. Just seems like the gain 4 from like the 2 Radiant Fountains, not quite enough a lot of times. Mountain Aether Vial. Is that Goblins? Uh-oh, we might get comboed. Land. Okay, we drew land. I think I just forced. I'm still fine to draw more lands. Yeah, we have 1 copy of Vasuba to get even more Glimmer Posts or Eldrazi Temples. It's hard to fit another copy of Vasuba. Arid Mesa. I still think it's Goblins because of Vial. It's got to be Goblins, right? Yeah, it's our mana is really bad right now. We have like 13 green sources, 14 colorless sources. It's like our mana is really bad. Okay, that's a good draw. If they don't have the combo, we should be reasonable against their fair game, especially because we're gonna Thought Knot here. Might even just cast Overgrown Battlement on turn 3 as well, and then just turn 4 Titan. Opponent gives me question marks when I played Overgrown Battlement. I love it. Opponent's like, what are you doing? To be fair, opponent just played a Mog War Marshal, so. I mean, does that deck play Lightning Bolt? It could. I think I take one. All right. Now the question is, do I want to TKS this turn? And I think the answer is yes. TKS this turn, Reality Smasher next turn. Seems too risky to go Battlement into Titan. If I go Battlement next turn, I have 8 mana. I think I just need the TKS. I just don't have time to wait. The Violin in response. Munitions Expert, but this only deals 3 right now. Oh, are they going to play a second one? They still only kill one thing. Second Munitions Expert, kill Overgrown Battlement. Oh. Oh, they're killing the TKS. Okay. So I get to just exile any card from their hand. Oh, and oh, okay, they both deal 4. I see, I see. Duh. Because it checks on resolution. That was good. But hopefully they just don't have that much gas left. They're only attacking for 4 here. I just play Overgrown Battlement, and then any land I can just play Primeval Titan, gain a bunch of life, or get double Eldrazi Temple. All of that is good. I think Slinging just provides too much damage. It's just too much of a clock. Sure, they can Munitions Expert kill my Overgrown Battlement, but they can also Munitions down my Reality Smasher. That is a problem. But again, if they Slinging, they make 3 more Goblins. They have 7 Goblins. They attack for 4. And then they have 7 Goblins. I'm at 15. I'm like dead in 2 turns. I play an Overgrown Battlement. It's just not enough. I just need to take Slinging. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I just got wrecked by those double Munitions Experts there. All right, War Marshal. That's fine. We get hit for 4. We can take some damage for a little while here. They're going to be able to kill this as well. It's just so bad. Gonna have to try to draw runner lands. Go Reality Smasher, no attack to save 1 damage. Are they not even Munitions experting this Battlement? Seems like they're not going to even do that. If I get to cast Primeval Titan, gain 6, then next turn I can gain 10. That might be enough. I guess they can Munitions Expert down a prime time. They should have killed this. I don't know why they're not. Okay. Well, if they don't kill it, it's good for me. I don't know what they're doing. Another War Marshal. Okay. Ooh. So now I just cast Prime Time, get double Glimmer Post. Gain 6, go to 16. They just have a Munitions Expert in hand that they can kill the Primeval Titan. But then I can just play another one, gain a bunch of life. And then on the second one, I just get Vasuba plus Glimmer Post. And then maybe I can attack with it, get Simic Growth Chamber or something. We know their hand is just Munitions Expert, so Titan's going down. We take a lot of damage, and then I play another Titan, gain a bunch of life. We're doing it. What do we have as far as sideboard? Nothing really. We can have Veil of Summer, First Thoughtseize, we can have Endurance, just to have it. This seems like it's going to be a really tough matchup because they're like an aggro deck that also has like a combo element to it. We could have Champion. They don't have that much removal likely. Goblin Bombardment? Jeez, do we die? I guess I kill a token. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't think we're dead. So they sack this. Or are we dead? Oh no, we would survive at 1 here. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have they have munitions expert in hand. Oh no, they have double war marshal. We're dead. Damn. Forgot war marshal makes extra goblins. They got us. That the double munitions expert was just brutal there. All right, they got the first one. Just playing fair too. That's rough. I also don't even really think we want Chalice. Summoning Trap is also really bad. We can just cast it, try to hit our Eldrazi's. Oh, I think I want Champion. They don't have that much removal. Durin seems pretty bad. Champion just seems honestly easier than Trap to cast. I kind of like this sideboard. Sure, I can Chalice on 1 or 2, but they have Vial. They also probably have Cavern. Just seems really bad. Maybe 3 Chalice is the correct number. Maybe 3 Chalice, main 1 side is what the deck should be. I like this. You mean the vials? No, I don't think I care about Aether Vial that much. All right, see you, Dad Bod. Oh, Endurance does shuffle their deck if they're trying to combo. I see what you mean. I don't think I care about their vials. Endurance to shuffle their deck is interesting. Plus, I can just play Endurance. But I think I want to stick to. I think the way I can win is by like putting an Eldrazi into play. You know, winning with TKS and Reality Smasher is a way I can win. So I think I want to stick to my main game plan. I will have Veil for. They're probably gonna have Thoughtseize, I feel like. So I think I'll have Veil for that. Plus, I can Veil a munitions expert. All right, 0 lands in our 24 land deck. It's brutal. Oh, man, we got to go to 5. This sucks. The double Eldrazi Temple hand, but no TKS, no anything really. This is looking bad. We have to keep, unfortunately. Put back Prime Time, put back Smasher. We're just pretty far off those cards. I guess I'll just get waste on turn 1. This is going to be rough though. Oh yeah, and it doesn't even shuffle. I totally forgot about this card. I have seen somebody play it before, but they're more of like a Goblin Bombardment. I wonder if they even are a full combo deck or not. They might not be. I wouldn't be too surprised. I'm gonna play Wall of Blossoms here. I don't want to like start taking chip damage. can go Growth Chamber into turn 4 TKS. Obviously not that good, but we're on a mulligan to 5. 0 land into double Eldrazi Temple. I wouldn't be too surprised if they're just like not full combo. If they're just like Goblin Bombardment Goblins. Wall of Roots. Don't hate that. Growth Chamber, bounce. I don't know which matters. I guess I'll bounce the waves. I guess it protects it a little bit more. I don't really know. 04 into 05. What you got? Yeah, all of our, not all of our Eldrazi's, but Thought Knot and Reality Smasher both need actual colorless mana to cast them. So again, it looks like we're a mono green deck, but we're actually a 2-color deck. Wastes and green. That's why our mana is so bad. Because we need a lot of land that actually produce colorless mana. Like you can't cast TKS if you have 4 forests in play. You need colorless mana. And Vista allows you to only play 1 waste, and then you can play 4 Vista that gets forest or waste. So it makes your colorless green mana a lot better without taking too much damage. Okay, let me read this card again. Whenever Palishmons or another goblin you control dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. 4 mana, sack a goblin, create 2 1/1 goblins. Okay. So I actually don't need to play Overgrown Battlement because I have 6 mana next turn regardless. So I can just play, I guess, Vista. Oh, no, I can't. I have to play Waste. So I probably should have bounced Forest for that reason. But I can play Waste, Thought Knot Seer, and then next turn, turn 5, Vista past Summoning Trap. So that's the line. TKSU. They have another Knucklebone Witch and a Fatal Push. Take Fatal Push. Yeah, they might just be aggro goblins, which makes the matchup a lot better for us if they are. So whenever this or another goblin dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Wait. They only have 1 Knucklebone Witch in hand, right? Not 2? What's the other one revealed from? Yeah, they only have... They played Unclaimed Territory, so this is their hand. So I think we're in a good position this game. Gonna get to cast Summoning Trap next turn. Okay, there's the Witch. Okay. I guess I attack with TKS. Whenever another goblin you control is put into a graveyard. So they sack this. They can deal 1 to this. This becomes a 2/2. They don't really have great blocks as far as I know. They can trade for it, but I'm fine just like kind of trading for their board here. They might just not block, yeah, and then they're gonna try to attack, and then I get to, it's a trap. Because who would ever expect that? Another Witch. Okay, resolves. And then Blood Crypt tap, untapped. Oh, because they want to Palish Mons. I see. So they're gonna try to make these Knucklebone Witches like massive. Go fetch. Forest. And then cast Summoning Trap. Emrakul? Can we 2 for 2 hit Emrakul? We can. Nice. Now I just block everything. Block the Palish Mons with Emrakul. And then I'll block both their Knucklebone Witches as well. Nice. Got them. They were at 13, so we just attack. Whew. Yeah, the fact that they're aggro goblins is great for us. I think they're aggro goblins at least. Still don't think I want Chalice. Maybe I don't want Veil, but I can protect from Munitions Expert at least. That is huge. You said Thought Not, but decided out? I don't think so. It seems good in this matchup. Like, they don't have that much removal, so exiling a card from their hand plus being a relatively big body for a roadblock is good. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah. There's a chat delay, so sometimes it can be tough. Um, I mean, I could have a Force of Vigor. They also do have the Goblin Bombardment. I can kill that and Vile. I don't think I want Weather the Storm. This is probably where we want to be. Summoning Trap is pretty expensive. Let's run it. Can we also just draw like Eldrazi Temple and have some fast TKSs? Man, this hand is not very good. I can name Wall with Cavern. Oops. I think I keep this hand. They said, "Can I get a list when done with the match?" Absolutely. I think I keep. Again, this isn't that good, but what am I really trying to do? I have a turn 2 wall. I think it's fine. Knucklebone Witch, cast Knucklebone Witch. You got it. Oh, maybe that's what the first one was revealed from it. I didn't notice it. Ooh, TKS is good. So I go Glimmer Post and then turn 2 Cavern Name Wall if I don't draw a green source. Mog War Marshal. Sure. So that's going to trigger this Knucklebone, which, again, I think they're aggro based. If they have Munitions Expert, we're going to get wrecked. But if not, we get to T3 Thought Knot, T4 Reality Smasher. Another Wall of Roots. Actually, not bad. So we name Wall. Green colorless. Maybe second Cavern, just because it's a colorless source and a green source. And it's just a pretty good card, even though we have Summoning Trap. It's still just like a pretty fine card. All right, so they let Mogwar Marshal go. Knucklebone Witch goes up to 2. So if I block either of their creatures, a Munitions Expert still kills my wall. But I think I should block this. That also makes them use the Munitions Expert on a Wall of Roots. I save 2 damage as well. It's got to be worth. Chieftain. That's pretty good. It's a lot of damage. We're in trouble. I guess I do get to TKS the next turn. I'm lagging a little bit here. So I take 6, go to 14. Unless I draw Eldrazi Temple, I can't play Wall of Roots as well. So I have to just play Waste, Thought Not Seer. That's my only line, really. I mean, I guess I could have played Wall of Roots, but I think taking a card from their hand is too important. Wow, second Chieftain. They also have Munitions Expert. and Legion Warboss. Yeah, they're just straight up aggro goblins. Man, our draws are just a little bit too slow. I have to take this. Pass. Now they're going to go another chieftain, I suppose. Or they went Legion Warboss. That's a good combo with this too. Let's see what they attack with. They're attacking with chieftain, which is interesting. This is just so much damage. I probably can't win. It's just too much damage. If I block here, here, I take 6, 10, go to 4. There's no outs. I don't see like any other way to do it. I mean, I guess I can Vasuba, gain 2 life, go to 6, play Wall of Roots, block some creatures, but they just play another chieftain. We're just a little bit too slow here, I think. Damn. Looks like we're going down to the 2-2 bracket. All they need to do is just cast chieftain attack. Yeah, just a little bit too slow here because we could have cast a Primeval Titan next turn, gain 8, but even that might not be enough. So I can block 3 creatures. Oh, and everything has haste. GG's. All right, I'm going to concede this game because we're dead. And I'm going to ship opponent the list. And then we'll get on to round 5. We'll see everybody there. All right, welcome to the 5th and final round of this league. We're against Wakami. Yeah, keep this hand. Not incredible, but if we're against a deck that wants to counter our wall, then we can trap. This mill? Thoughtseize. Probably not mill. Give them a late GLHF after they Thoughtseize us. They're probably like, what is happening? I guess I'll just lead turn 1 on Glimmer Post. They take a Wall of Blossoms. Sure. TKS, nice. Glad that didn't get Thoughtseized. Then T2, I'll go Forest, Wall. Darkslick Shores, Thoughtseize, Serum Visions. Makes me think like it's like a combo deck. Could be some type of Death Shadow deck. I really don't want it to be ad nauseum. I don't know what else it could be though. I mean, it could be Shadow. I guess we just have to wait and see. Third, just drew Thought Knot for the last 3 draws. We can't cast it till turn 4 either. We can do a nice little Growth Chamber on Glimmer Post Trick. Gain another life. Which may be irrelevant. But I'm going to start the Thought Knots. Otherworldly Gaze. Darkslick. Sleight of Hand. Is it Blue-Black Reanimator? They left 1 card on top. Lotus Field. Okay, it's Lotus Field combo. So we might just be dead right now. Too slow on the turn 4, thought not probably. Yep. Puppetry. This feels like I'm playing against the Pauper Petals deck. They take Serum Visions, untap this. I don't know if they can fully combo here though. And then I get to start this TKS train, if not. They're going to play Serum Visions, right? Dream's Grip. Flashback Gaze, and then Serum Visions, I suppose. Twiddle. So it's just full on combo. So we're probably going to want Endurance, Champion, Veil of Summer. Just all those cards. We only have 3 Chalice, but Chalice on 1 seems good against them. They have Gaze, Dream Script, Serum Visions, Sleight of Hand, Twiddle. I don't know what their win con is yet. Peer through depths, splicing, puppetry again. They only have 1 card left. This is not a guaranteed win by any means. They can Ideas Unbound, splice puppetry again. So they need to hit here. They drew 3, but okay, sleight of hand, they're still doing it. Storm count 8. Another Ideas Unbound, splicing another puppetry. It's the same combo as in Pauper, which is pretty funny. 6 cards in hand for the opponent. Now we're likely dead. They hit another Ideas Unbound. But if they fizzle, they have to discard 6. They're just... It's so weird that they play Otherworldly Gaze. Is that good? Yeah, so we sided in Veil, probably Endurance, depending on what they do, and definitely Champion. Very weird build from the opponent, considering their like interaction is just some hand disruption, and then they just play basically all cantrips and like the twiddle effects. Again, they're kind of doing it here, but can they win? Past in Flames. If they have another arcane spell, I guess they do it. They just cast Psychic Puppetry, and now they cast Past in Flames, I suppose. Then they can twiddle. Yeah, okay, we're definitely siding in all for Endurance. Yeah, they could have Breach for sure. Still, I feel like Gaze just seems pretty bad. I guess it kind of combos with Breach specifically, but they can probably just find Grape Shot here and kill us. Is their win con? I mean, we literally did nothing. We turned 2 Wall of Blossoms, turn 3 tap land. That's it. Either way, we know Endurance is going to be good because we can just wait, and then if they haven't, like, they have to Thoughtseize Endurance, or we can just Endurance them in response to Past in Flames. That kind of wrecks them. It's annoying because also, like, with these decks, we're so likely to be dead here, but we have to wait to see what their win con is. And we have to wait to see if they potentially fizzle somehow. So you aren't supposed to concede, so you're supposed to just sit here. So pretty boring. Yeah, honestly, Weather the Storm could be good because it's another card they potentially have to take. Otherwise, with Grape Drought on the stack, I can just Weather the Storm. And then they just like potentially can't win depending on their draw, but they may have other ways to win. I think they can likely draw their entire deck at this point and fully combo. What was this, like a turn 4 for them? Yeah, they were on the play. We haven't had a turn 2 Thought Knot, but it's not like our deck is really trying to do that. We don't have like that many ways. We don't make mana on turn 1, so we need double Eldrazi Temple, Thought Knot, but I mean, sometimes you can have those 3 cards in your hand. Grape Shot us. Okay. Let's just actually let them do everything because it's 24 minutes to 17 right now. So if I win a decently long game 2, then they're going to have maybe time problems. Probably not. They've played pretty fast, but should just let this resolve. I think I do want Weather the Storm, as weird as it sounds. It just makes it harder for them to kill us. Okay. I think I want pretty much my entire sideboard. I don't think I want Force of Vigor. So I think I want all of these. I think Summoning Trap can just come out entirely. Reality Smasher seems bad too. We don't have that much else to side out. I mean, I kind of want to keep in the Emrakul's to just champion in the Emrakul's. Wall of Blossoms is a little slow too. The only way I can put Emrakul in is hardcast right now, or put in with Ronath, but I can hardcast it. Maybe I side out 1 and like 2 Wall of Blossoms. I need to Chalice on 1. 3 Weather Storms also a lot. I could just have 2. Wall of Blossoms draws us towards other stuff though, and makes us add more mana with Overgrown Battlement to hardcast these. I don't think like turn 4 play Smasher is really clocking them. I don't think that's how we win. But I guess Thought Knot into Smasher can clock them. Maybe you're right. Maybe we just try to be faster. We could do this. Maybe that's better. I still have 8 walls. Now I can just kill with like Endurance, Thought Knot, Reality Smasher. I could even side out this Emrakul too. Side in this Reality Smasher. Because now, like, my curve looks a lot different. I even have Champion to put in like Titan, Ulamogs. And I can just cast these where Emrakul is a lot harder to cast. Especially siding out some walls. Do I want the last Weather and like not have this Ulamog as well? I think this is what we have to do. I don't love it, but I think this is a plan. Yep. We do have a ton of interaction though. Chalice, Endurance, Veil, Weather the Storm that they kind of have to take too. So we have a lot. I mean, they can Thoughtseize our a Chalice here, but I'm keeping. This seems like a good hand to me. Ooh, nice. I should have led Prismatic Vista to rep like Veil of Summer. 100% I should have done that. That was a bad play by me, but didn't get punished. All right, let's Chalice on one. They have a lot of one drops in their deck. Don't even know if they have outs to Chalice. They probably should, but who knows? Eldrazi Temple? Not quite. Thought Knot's also going to be pretty good because we can take a 2-drop. Ooh, I thought they were going to Brazen Borrow. I was like, please, no. They take Psychic Puppetry, which is also a 2-drop. So they can add 2 mana Lotus Field here. And then untap it. And then start going off. Yeah, but think of, they can sometimes potentially combo through it, but think of last game. They played so many 1-mana spells. If they didn't have all those twiddles and untaps and Serum Visions, there's no way they could have fully gone off through Chalice. Like, sure, it's possible sometimes, but they're going to now have to go off through Chalice right now with the Lotus Field into untap or through Thought Knot into Thought Knot, which is going to be kind of tough for them. There's Eldrazi Temple. I'm going to still play Thought Knot here, 100%. I want to see their hand, and I want to take one of the combo pieces. Ooh. They do have a Lotus Field as well, and an Adnaz. Wow. Their hand is actually pretty good here. They can't cast Twiddle. This is Storm. It isn't legendary if it's a token. So they make a ton of Aves. But if I just take Puppetry, they can peer through depths. Sure. Then they can Lotus Field. But then they can't really get anything going. This is close. I think Puppetry does seem to constrain them on mana the most. Because what? Then they end of turn Peer Through Depths. They take a card. Then next turn they're gonna just play Lotus Field pass. Then I can play another TKS. Like take a Vive or Adnaz at that point or something else. I think I just take Puppetry. Okay. Pass. Then next turn I just play another TKS. It is pretty amazing that they have like only one drop in hand right now. All right, there's Lotus Field. They sack 2 lands, pass the turn. Then I go attack, play another TKS. Play the Glimmer Post. Why not? Could have fetched to thin at this point since I have all the lands I need. Another card I considered, I always forget the name of it. It's like that Eldrazi charm though. Could have considered that. And they have Island in hand. So they're going to have 5 mana next turn. I mean, they could just play Adnaz, draw a bunch of cards. They can't really storm at all yet. So I think I just take Adnaz. They're at 16. Their deck is mostly 1-drops and lands, especially they have a lot of their expensive cards in hand. So if they just play Ad Nauseam, they can just draw like 10 and then maybe combo through Chalice. But I'm only attacking for 8. I guess what they're gonna Adnaz does seem bad, but like what are they gonna do? They're gonna play in a Vive with nothing else? I could take Peer through depths. Then they can play any 5-drop they want on their next turn. Maybe I take Peer. Yeah, because also I get to play Reality Smasher next turn. So if they're just planning to play Adnaz, I get to hit for 13. All right, I'm going to take a Vive. Or no, I'm going to take Peer, excuse me. I don't care if they just cast a 2-2. All right. I feel like we should have this game. Yeah, Warping Whale. I feel like Warping Whale should have just been called Eldrazi Charm. That would have been such a better name. There's all these other charms, but it's a colorless 2-mana. Like, is it Charm? It should have been Eldrazi Charm. That would have been like way sicker. Okay, so they're planning to just add Nas, but I'm just gonna smash. Champion, that's hilarious. So they can only add Nas for 3 life here. Feeling pretty good. Chat with the leave-in Reality Smasher tech here. Mostly just the draw Chalice and play it tech. I wonder if they sided out their Thoughtseizes and stuff. Right. Pretty hilarious if they cast Adnaz right now. Oh, I didn't play land, but I don't think that's really relevant. Adnaz with 3 life. 2 life. Dead. Okay. We got him. Chalice into double TKS. Even though it was slow, was good enough. We have hate. We have some hate. Okay, can we beat a combo deck? I think that we can. We can do this. Yeah, Wall of Blossoms is actually just bad. I like this sideboard plan better. Good call, chat. Kusa Band, hey, what's up? Thanks so much. More Pauper content coming for sure. Got some new brews in mind, so look out for those. Let's do it. I want to go 3-2 with this deck. Please. Let us do it. We'll see everybody in the final game. Let's try to go positive. All right, game 3. I mean, I'm keeping this, right? Turn 3 Thought Knot. I guess they can Thought Seize a Wall of Roots, but then I can still just turn 3 Thought Knot. So now I lead on Eldrazi Temple. Oh no, now I don't. Okay. It's gonna suck a little bit if I draw another Eldrazi Temple next turn, but I need to leave up Veil here. Yeah, it's funny when I have Stella, it makes the bottle clear because of the green screen. Pretty funny. All right, Island Watery Grave into Thing in the Ice. Well, I was not expecting that, but it's okay. I guess I'm gonna fetch. I don't really want to draw lands. I can play Wall of Roots and still have Veil up here. Chalice. I think I want to just Chalice, right? They could have been easily holding 1-drops for Thing. Sure, I don't have Veil up to like protect, but I'm not going to be able to resolve Veil with Chalice out anyway. I can still TKS next turn. So, I mean, we're doing what this is what our deck can do. We can turn 2 Chalice, turn 3 Thought Knot. Wow, just cast Ideas Unbound with. They're going to have to discard. They're just trying to draw 3, discard 3, I guess. Because even if they Lotus here, they don't have any mana to untap. And then I'm going to get to TKS them next turn. Okay, they're just playing Watery Grave. Tapped. So they just played a draw 3, discard 3. Sure. Inquisition, Swamp, Land. They must not have any more 1-drops. So I guess I get Forest, play TKS. All 1-drops, nice. They can flip Thing by playing all their 1-drops, but maybe I can just beat that by playing my cards. Like I can block with Wall of Roots. They drew another Ideas Unbound. Interesting that they kept all their 1-drops in hand. I guess they want to flip this. I mean, Thing is going to flip. I guess that's their like game 2, game 3 plan. I don't have any dismembers or anything. I thought about having some dismembers in the sideboard too. They have to discard 3, go down to 2 cards at end of turn. And then I can TKS one of them. They discarded all the cards we knew about. I mean, yeah, I play Thought Knot because then there's a chance they can't flip this. Most likely it will, but because I start by attacking. Playing Wall of Roots doesn't really do anything though. Because then they can just flip bounce the walls, but better to Thought Knot, I think. Maybe stop them from flipping. Maybe just force them to like play a spell into Chalice or something. Here. Sure. So they're gonna get to flip attack for 7. Really just need to draw lands also. Meow Mix Max, yo. Always like to see another Max in chat. What's up? Okay, so we take Puppetry because we have a Chalice out. Then they can flip Thing, attack for 7, draw some cards off Thought Knot triggers. Yep. Counter it. They flip. I'm a Maxwell. I've known one Maximilian, but I've known a bunch of Maxwells. So cool. Okay, we go to 11. We really want to draw a land as well. Maybe play out a couple. I guess we can still double Wall of Roots this turn if we want. Which maybe we do want to do. I can just take another hit off Horror, have more mana for next turn. Lotus Field, it's kind of scary. Now maybe I want a TKS. Just seems better to have more mana. It's going to be so hard for them to combo through Chalice. Psychic Puppetry, tap the Eldrazi Temple. Okay. Land. Please land. Otawara could have bounced Chalice, yes. So now we just take 7, go to 4. And then next turn we can like double Wall of Roots, maybe into Thought Knot Seer as well. I haven't done the math yet. Got the dog saying goodnight. Hi, bro. Definitely take a hit here. Not drawing lands has been pretty brutal because we're just stuck with all these spells in hand that we can't really cast all of them. All right, they have double Lotus Field and 1 card. It's probably a 1-drop. This isn't even that scary at this point because we can just play so many blockers for it. So, tap Forest for us, play Wall of Roots. Then I can tap Overgrown Battlement, play Wall of Roots, use both Wall of Roots and Eldrazi Temple, play Thought Knot Seer. I think that's the best line. Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots. I guess it doesn't really matter how I do it. I could have added mana here, and then added played Wall of Roots, add 3 mana, 4 mana. It's the same thing. TKS. Take your last card. If it's a non-land, it's a land. Okay. And then I can chump. And then next turn I can play Primeval Titan, gain some life, or get multiple Eldrazi Temples. I can also just trade with this pretty soon if I want. They do nothing. They don't even play Darkslick Shores, which is kind of strange. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 mana. They're at 15. They're at 15. So I'm just thinking if I just play Reality Smasher, next turn I can play another Reality Smasher and I can have 2 blockers back. If I play Primeval Titan, I attack for 4 this turn, put them to 11, and then I smash or kill them next turn, and I get to gain life this turn. Seems like the play. I'm just going to gain 4, go to 8, because then I'm not even dead to a hit. I guess I could have... No, if I play Thought Knot this turn, I get to look at their hand. I think this is actually the best. I'll just chump with Wall of Roots here. And then that way I get to just, again, smash, kill you. Yeah, I think this is the best line. Yeah, we don't die to a small grape shot. I'm just going to chump here. I think the Veil of Summer Chalice interaction is kind of irrelevant because if we have a Chalice in play when we want this, it's still going to be really good for us. Let's just see if we kill them. I cannot play Thought Knot first. I only have 3 mana left. Let's just smash her. I don't think they play interaction for this. I guess they're going to tap one of my things, like my prime time. It's still at 8, and I get to gain 3 with this Vesuva. Let's just go to combat. I guess I can just still attack with both of these, and then next turn I get to play another Smasher. Plus I get to have a Chumper and still gain 3 life here. Glimmer Post. The Glimmer Posts have been so much better than the Radiant Fountains, honestly. And we haven't even like had them against straight burn. Yeah, I mean that's the power of our sideboard cards, like with Endurance against decks like Living End and Dredge and Chalice against, you know, kind of similar decks, combo decks. You have these couple hate cards. Nice. That was a good showing from the deck. 3-2. I mean, again, this deck is obviously not tier 1, but we showed that we can get some wins against some of the top decks. We beat Murktide, we beat Bring to Light Scapeshift, and then we beat a combo deck. So yeah, our sideboard hate was real. I think the 4th Chalice would be pretty good. I'm just not sure exactly what to cut. I mean, we could cut one of our Eldrazi's, but we're already pretty low on those for the summoning traps. So not sure if we want to do that. Plus, we actually just want to cast our Eldrazi too with Overgrown Battlement. I guess you could go to 23 lands and play the 4th Chalice, but again, your mana is pretty bad. And as you saw there, we were potentially, if we were gonna lose games, it was likely due to the fact that we were missing land drops. Like in that last game, we could have lost because we weren't hitting lands. So that's why I have so many lands right here. There's a lot of other options in the sideboard. There's cards like Dismember. We can even play cards like Relic. I don't know if Champion of Ronas is actually good, but it just is like an alternate way to like put our Eldrazi's into play. So I'm not sure if we want that. I think like Endurance and Force of Vigor are probably the best possible sideboard cards to have. Veil of Summer and Weather the Storm seem strong as well. Let's see. Wait, let me add this to wish list for later. I didn't learn about that till relatively recently, but you can right click, add to wish list, and then when you go to a trade with a bot, you can go to like there's some option on the left where you like select something and then select wish list, and then you can just easily search your entire wish list of cards you want. So it's like a nice way to keep track of like what you want to pick up from bots. Nice little tip there. All right, I think I want second Beseju. It seems like it's good, like against decks like Tron specifically, and also like against something like Hammer. It's like sure Force of Vigor is probably better there, but to go 3 Force of Vigor, 1 Beseju, or to cut one of these like random cards also seems relevant, or it seems like Beseju is probably better than like one of these. I don't know if we need Veil of Summer. Also, I'm not sure if Lair of the Hydra is actually any good at all. It seems like almost all the time with Primeval Titan, we want to get Eldrazi Temple or Glimmer Post. It's very rare that we actually want Lair. What we could do, we could even play second Beseju main or second Cavern main. I think I like second Cavern just because naming Wall on Cavern allows us to cast all of these. Sure, it's like a non-bow with Summoning Trap, but I mean, naming Eldrazi allows us to resolve all these when we want to. Naming Wall allows us to resolve all these when we want to. We don't have Trap, let's say, and we can even just name Giant if we want to resolve Titan. Not having a manland kind of sucks because there is some situations where we might want access to that, but I think having another colorless source and another green source is good. I mean, maybe we don't even need the colorless sources. Oh, I also want to just say that I liked this version like much better than the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl version. It just seemed much better. Garruk Wildspeaker, while good, it just seems like it's just a little bit too hard to protect. Sure, untapping Eldrazi Temple to cast these is a sweet play, but I mean, I think Overgrown Battlement's just better at casting these anyway. We cast Emrakul of double battlement in game in match 1 or 2, I forget, but yeah, we cast it there. Maybe we want this Beseju. I, I'm just like having trouble cutting anything. Champion seems like it can come in like randomly versus non-counter spell decks just to like put creatures into play, but maybe it's just a bad card. So we don't want any bad cards in our deck. That's honestly a good rule of brewing. Summoning Trap does not really qualify either, but when you're brewing a deck, just like look at every single card in your deck and just say, is this card a bad card on its own? Like, is it just in general a bad card? Like, Thought-Knot Seer is not a bad card. This is just a really strong card. Chalice is strong, Primetime is strong, but a lot of the cards in our deck, like Wall of Roots, Overgrown Battlement, these cards aren't necessarily that strong compared to other cards in the format like Ragavan, Murktide, these really strong cards, Omnath. But we do have some extra synergies. Wall of Roots. Again, this isn't the best deck, but when you're trying to brew the best possible decks, make sure that every card in your deck is a good card. Then your deck will perform so much better. Maybe 2 weather is fine. It's just pretty narrow. Sure, it's good against burn, but you know, we have a Suva quad glimmer post. We have a lot of walls to block with. Um, and still having 2 weather seems reasonable. I think I still like the champion. Again, it's a bad card, but it attacks from a weird angle. There's also these cards. Let's see if I can find them. There's cards that like put creatures from your hand into play. I don't know why it's finding Jace. Maybe I'm searching it wrong. But there's like a 4 mana artifact that's 4 mana tap. Put a creature from your hand into play. Sounds terrible, but in some matchups you play that, and then next turn you just activate, put in Primetime or Emrakul. It can be pretty good. The Razor Boar. Are you talking about the there's a 4 mana 2/2 uncounterable, 2 mana tap, put a creature from your hand into play? Or are you talking about the 5 mana 6/6? But that's a red card. Yeah. It's red though. Ilrog. Yeah, this puts creatures into play, but we can't cast it. I was also thinking about building the deck. Um, you can add like it's not that hard to splash a color in this deck. It is hard to like Ilrog would be hard to cast no matter what, but you can play like things like Wooded Foothills and one dual land, and that gives you a lot of red sources already. You can cut a lot of these forests, and then you could play like Through the Breach, and you could just play more Emrakuls. So you could just play like creatures. But then I think you're like at that point you're kind of just a different deck because you could just play like some way to get to ramp up to Through the Breach or Trap. Then you play 4 Trap, 4 Through the Breach, 4 Emrakul, and maybe like some number of Umogs, and you just try to have either Cast Trap or Through the Breach plus one of your Eldrazi's in hand to kill. But no, I think this is fine for now. I really like this version a lot more than the other version, so I would continue working from here rather than the other version. But without dragging on too long, I think that'll wrap up this YouTube video. Thank you so much for everyone watching on YouTube. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Go sub to the channel, check it out. Thank you so much for watching YouTube. Till next time. Peace.